so many kids, summer camp offers a welcome escape. But campers at one program in Maine are getting away from more than what most of us have ever had to deal with. Dahler had the chance to visit this special program and talk to some of those being helped by it.
At the serene campus of Colby College in Waterville, Maine, a group of resilient kids got together for a unique camp experience filled with bonding and healing.
Just being here and being able to actually talk to people who understand you was so good, and it helped me a lot to cope with what I've been through.
Astrid, who asked us not to use her last name, went through a traumatic experience when she was just 12 years old. Her sister was among the 69 young adults who were killed in a terror attack at a camp in Norway in 2011.
Everything was just like so surreal, and it took me like a year to actually believe it. So I just like walked around thinking I would see her at every corner at my school and stuff like that. So I didn't believe that people were there to mourn her and like be there for us because we lost her, because I just thought she was away. Yeah.
And do you remember feeling that people just couldn't understand what it felt like?
Yeah, I remember so many people trying to say the right words and me just thinking it was rude because they didn't understand what I've been through.
But when Astrid first came to the Project Common Bond summer camp 3 years ago, she remembers feeling relieved. That's because this week-long program is for young adults who have lost a family member in terrorist attacks, violent extremism, or war.
This is actually my second year at PCB.
Like 16-year-old Patch McMahon, who wasn't yet born when his father died on September 11th, 2001.
Coming here, I still have that empty spot in my heart of having like a biological father, and someone that like looks like me and acts like me would be nice. And like since an early age, I always like missed that part of me, and that's the hardest thing.
The camp has been around since 2008 and has helped more than 700 teenagers from 28 nations learn to cope with loss. The program was created by Tuesday's Children, a nonprofit founded to help the thousands of kids who lost a parent on 9/11.
That was good. That was a really good throw. That was awesome.
Executive Director Terry Sears says as the years passed and a new generation went off to war, the organization evolved.
We knew that, you know, as people were running out of the building, there were 9/11 responders running towards the buildings and people signing up in the recruitment centers. And so many of the military families that we now serve as Gold Star families or families of the fallen are people that signed up because of 9/11. So we look at them as also Tuesday's Children.
And as tragedies have continued to unfold, Sears says her organization has stepped in.
We share our lessons learned at Tuesday's Children, working with victims for the last 17+ years, because not only have we worked in 9/11, we've also helped communities like Newtown and the Sandy Hook schools. We are currently working with Parkland and Orlando and other communities that have suffered violence. And why we do that is because we have lessons to share.
Is part of the idea not only that they can have a good life beyond the tragedy that happened to them, but that they can actually take action to help make the world a better place?
Yeah, they call it post-traumatic growth. That's what the mental health specialists call it. And when someone kind of sees a vision to actually do something with tremendous meaning that is connected to their loss, I mean, the energy and recovery is a billionfold because they know it. They know this is their life's journey.
That recovery begins in the winter when participants learn about conflict resolution and peace building.
So let's turn to the person next to you, and I want you to talk about what you think this quote means.
And continues in the summer when the kids take part in therapeutic arts, group sessions, and listen to motivational speakers for some change in perspective.
So people are taking blood from their veins, put it right into mine.
In the end, it's all about offering teens like Patch and Astrid a chance to feel normal again.
Does this teach you that it's okay to have fun?
This is one of the places I'm the most happy. And I think that's so weird because, you know, we're all happy because we've lost someone. This is kind of the silver lining of my loss, like having people that understand you, just like having so much fun with people who've been through the same as you've been through, yeah.
For CBS This Morning Saturday, Don Dahler, Waterville, Maine.
Such an interesting notion that Astrid brings up there, this silver lining of loss, and this whole idea of post-traumatic growth, you know?
That there's good that can come from all that pain when you can harness it. It's so sad that we need something like this, but it's so good that they have this place.
Yeah, you can't imagine how tremendously comforting that must be, because just talking about it, they must speak a different language because of the nature of their loss. So.